Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and just do an overview of two keyboards and kind of my thoughts on it, because in the end, these were the two keyboards that I wanted to know the most about. This is the Air 75 V3, and then this is the Lite Key 84. So I'm just going to give you my subjective thoughts on what I think about these and to go from there. I am not a keyboard reviewer. Okay, so I'm a little bit different from other keyboard people because I care about the font, like kind of how that font looks like. I love the way that font looks, and to me, this looks quite nice. And this as well. This, I think Lite makes a really, like the font of this, I like the font of that, which is, I know most other people don't care. Most other people, they get black keyboards. They have keyboards that have gaming font on it. They care about the way it sounds. I suppose, to be fair, let's just go ahead and just, do the good old clickety-clackety, right? So let's do this. Okay, and then there's this one. Ooh, all right. Okay, well, hopefully that was helpful for you. Anyway, what are my thoughts regarding both of these keyboards? And the keyboard I came back from was actually this one here. Again, fonts are, I don't like gamer fonts. I just like basic smasic fonts. Okay, so the Lite Key 84, I kept making mistakes on this. There's something about the way the keys are made where I kept making mistakes all the time. But with the Nuphy Air V3, I could type a lot better. I would make a lot less mistakes. Now that's subjective. It's going to be different from person to person. But the funny thing is, I saw a few other reviewers, and many other reviewers mentioned that they make more mistakes and errors on the Nuphy 84. Now the other thing too, and I think this is important, I actually took out all the keycaps out of this and I put it on here to see what would happen. And dude, I still made mistakes. Like, there's something about the way the keycaps are done. It is, I don't know what it is, but even if you take out the caps, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It still like kind of hampers you down. So I would say the Air 75 V3, I definitely much preferred it in terms of typing experience. So if I had to give you a quick rundown of kind of what I think about it, I think in terms of aesthetics and design, the these look nicer, and I like the keycaps. I think they look just like absolutely gorgeous. Like I just love the way it looks. In terms of how it sounds, maybe this has the edge. But in terms of like typeability, like making mistakes or not, or speed, I would give the edge to the Air 75 V3. I would actually say they're still pretty matched in that area, and that's why I give the edge to the Air 75 V3s. In other words, although the typography is not quite as nice as the typography as this here, it is still pretty good. It's not your typical gamer font. The other thing too is that basically, even though the thockiness is not the same as, well, like this or whatever, they're like, it's good enough. They're both really, really good. But what I do want to say is, in general, I was making a lot less mistakes on it. So this is actually where my preferences kind of lie. Let's see, what else do I want to say? I think this is important. I had the Air 75 V1. I had that. That had a problem, a serious problem. So what would happen is that literally, you see this battery thing here? This is reflective. This thing actually swelled on the Air 75 V1. And once that happened, I pretty much tossed it in the trash because I was like, it was literally opening up like this. So I'm hoping that this doesn't have that issue later in the future, like a couple years from now. But at least from today, I like it right now. So that's my 2 cents. All right, well, you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.